Michael, what's the message been to the players this week after a good performance at Carlisle, but obviously not the result that you wanted?
It's keep doing what you're doing. You've got to be better in both boxes, basically. That's what's, I think, the last two games that we've lost, last three games that we've lost, that's been the case. We've just not been good enough in the vital areas of the pitch. We've been good in three quarters of the pitch, but the two ends we've not been good enough.
People talk about managing the moments. Is that overcomplicating it, or is it just purely sort of actually the business end at both ends?
It's fine margins. It's the level we're at. The higher you go, they become smaller and smaller and smaller. You play 95 minutes in the Premier League, and it's decided on one moment of whether somebody's that far offside. Now, obviously, the margins are slightly bigger at our end, but we need to make better decisions with and without the ball in those critical areas of the pitch.
Is it coping with pressure as well?
The pressure comes from within. The next 3 or 4 home games are important, but they're no more important than any of the other home games as well. So yes, we know the players know the importance of those games, and hopefully the supporters will come along and cheer them on as well. But we're not interested in other people's points. It's our points that we're interested in. As I've said it all along, that however many points we get will decide where we finish in the league.
I suppose the one thing you can control, though, if you win these games, obviously against teams who aren't too far away from you, you can control that they get a nil point as well as you get 3.
Yeah, it's pros and cons. We know that if we beat Macclesfield, we go 5 points ahead of them. We know that if we don't, they go above us. That's where we're at. So there's no hiding. There's no burying our head in the sand, going, "Oh, we'll be all right. We'll be all right." The players know we need to be better. But in saying that, I think the performances in recent weeks haven't been as bad as maybe the results have shown.
So how do you keep the players sort of positive in that sense? I mean, I suppose they've got to be motivated themselves, haven't they? But how do you keep them positive and keep that belief that actually just keep doing those right things and the results will return again?
Telling the truth. That's what we've told them. It's like I said, we're not burying our heads in the sand going, "Oh, last week we were all right at Carlisle, we did all right. We did. The stats tell you everything. With more possession, more passes, more final third entries, more penalty box entries, more shots on target, more shots off target, but we lost the game." So it's just telling them the truth. We did okay, but it wasn't well enough. All right isn't good enough. We need to be better than all right. So where we are, we need to keep punching and keep fighting, because that is where we are. So the positivity comes from within. There's no doom and gloom around the place. And we've had the moments where there was doom and gloom and we couldn't see a result from anywhere. I don't think we're at that place now. So the players need to get back to working hard, believing in what we do, and hopefully the results will turn around again.
And could it just be one goal that sort of transforms that, if you like, the mentality, the belief, and gets that sort of all back on track again?
Yeah, well, you say get it all back on track. I think if you look at the last 2 months' performances, if we replicate that in the next 2 months, we'll be fine. And I think the big message is it's the 3 games that we've lost. Crawley, I didn't think we deserved to lose. Tranmere was a game at 2 halves. They played 1 half better than we played. Well, they scored more goals in 1 half. And last week at Carlisle, I think they've won 8 out of 9, and you wouldn't have known a difference between the two teams. So, again, fear of repeating myself. We know where we're at, but we're not. It's not all doom and gloom.
At Macclesfield, they'll be nervous as well, quite likely, because obviously, if anything, it's a more important game for them than it is for you.
They're on a good run. Sol's gone in and done a good job. I think they've taken 14 points from the last 8 games. So in the form table, there, I think they're 6th or 7th in the form table. So he's definitely got them going. Hard working, pressing, organised. 2 centre forwards have started scoring goals and look a handful. So it isn't the Macclesfield that was in the first 3 months of the season where they couldn't buy a win. They're on form now, and they're picking up points all over the place.
Are they one of those teams that came under your radar when you were up at Burnley just because they're in the northwest, or are they a little bit too far away?
No, Macclesfield's only 20 minutes from where I live, still have a house. Ironically, I was supposed to go to the Macclesfield Cheltenham game, but I ended up going to a different game on the night. So no, we played them pre-season at Burnley with the first team, so it's a club that an area that I know well.
And Sol Campbell going in there, obviously looks like he's turning things around. There was a lot of pressure on him as a manager when he took over. What's it like having played at a higher level and then coming into coach and manage in League Two? Is that actually an advantage having worked with managers higher up? Or, I mean, obviously you've seen all levels of the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can say I've played at the same level as Sol Campbell. I think his career was slightly different to mine. But to be fair to him, he came in and he said quite a few things that raised a few eyebrows. But his results, he's talked the talk, but he's walked his team have walked the walk as well so far. So come in, like you said, he's got them organised. The back four are narrow, pinching yards. The midfield four are doing the similar sorts of things. And to go in and turn the results around so quickly as what he has done, he's done a very good job.
Billy Waters scored a couple of times midweek in the County Cup. How important could that be for him going forwards?
I think the minutes were more important than the goals. It was he's just looked a little bit short of sharpness, match fitness, which is why he played 90 minutes. Duke's obviously played 45. Alex was always going to come off after 60 minutes, and it's just to get minutes in the legs. I think we know what Billy's going to give us. He had quite a few chances against Slimbridge, but so yeah, the more minutes than the goals in that particular game.
Everyone okay for this weekend?
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing new. Obviously, you've got the obvious ones of Boylo and Longy, but I think other than that, Dukes, other than that, I think everyone's fit.
Any chance of anyone coming in or even going out before the weekend?
I don't think there'll be anything done before the Saturday now.